When your dryer starts to sound like an old washing machine, it could be this drum bearing roller. Look how bad that thing is. It's supposed to look like this. Instead we got this. It damaged the support shaft, so I'm going to have to get a new support shaft as well. Don't let these things go too long, folks. You know, I just restored this dryer just a few months ago. I should have replaced these support rollers back when I did the restore. The stud doesn't look too badly damaged. I'm going to polish it up with some emery cloth. See if I could save it. Check out this support wheel. You can see this flat spot here. That's what's making the banging noise. This stayed stationary and did not spin with the drum, and the drum was spinning, knocking against this wheel. It created this flat spot there. That is my post-mortem. 5 sheet metal screws hold on this back cover, and you'll find the 9/16 nut right there for the mounting stud. I tried to reach it through that little access hole right under there, but I just couldn't get enough leverage. I'm going to have to use a socket wrench on that. I went online and I found out that these drum roller supports are about $22 each, so I decided to emery cloth it as originally planned. I went with fine, then 600, or fine, then 400 grit, then 600 grit, then 1000 grit, then 2000 grit, and then automotive polishing compound. Got it nice and slick, and then I remounted it with the scores that were here on the other side, so that the weight bearing portion of the support will be fresh steel. That's nice and smooth there. And I did that one as well. Look at that shine. Today's Thursday. I ordered the parts on Sunday and they promised delivery on Saturday, shipping FedEx ground. But the Postal Service delivered it. And I usually order my appliance parts from appliancepros.com. They had a video on their website that showed how to do the project, and I noticed they didn't use any lubrication on the wheels. These are the wheels for the Sears and the Whirlpool. Got a number on there? I don't see a number. But each kit has 2 wheels. 4 of these triangular washers plus one round washer. I wasn't thinking. I had to pay shipping. Had I ordered through Amazon, Amazon has these as well. I could have bought these on Amazon, and we have Prime, so I wouldn't have had to pay the shipping, and I probably would have received these on Tuesday. So you guys have probably seen my assembly and disassembly instructions on my last video on a dryer repair when I already repaired this dryer. So I'm not going to bore you with a repetitive video on that. Okay, going to put this triangular retainer on the stud. Don't give me any trouble. Who designs these things? The only way I could get that little triangle retainer on was to use one of these little jeweler's screwdrivers. I had to like pry into the 3 sides, get one loose, and hold it, and then get the other end loose, and then get the third end loose and out of the groove. There was a lot of trouble. I hope the guy that... Okay, let's put the other drum support roller on. Notice I'm not using any lubrication. Then put the other magical triangular retainer on. There we go. And swing this support in. And this just gets tightened down with this push clasp. Like that. Then we'll drive this nut down and then move to the other side. I bet you thought I was going to film me struggling with that first retainer, but no. I did find an easier way to get it on than that first one. I was able to slide the screwdriver around all the ends while I was pushing in, so that helped a little bit. I've got my toolbox supporting the front end of the drum because there's really nothing else to support the front end of the drum until you put the front cover on. The back end of the drum is supported by the lip. Make sure that this gasket is not bent or twisted, and the drive belt, the ribs on the drive belt face the drum. Make sure that's not twisted. The next step is to go underneath and hook it around the idler pulley and the motor pinion. Okay, the drive belt's on, and that's how it's routed through the idler pulley. Kind of goes through the lower section of the pulley and then around the pinion of the motor. Don't forget to wire the doorstop switch. Now let's turn the drum. Make sure the drive belt's not twisted, and make sure that this gasket is not, the lip of this gasket is not rolled under. Yep, everything looks good. You can proceed to finish it up, put the filter back in and drop the top and test it. Yeah, sounds much better. Let's check the door switch. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to look for that other video. It's got the complete teardown and reassembly of the dryer. I'll post a link of it in the description.